while other console players were playing Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs Maxi Boost on, which is technically considered dead, half dead. Really depends on the timing when a player makes a lobby and others just pop in. It's whatever you want the game to be, honestly. But while Maxi Boost, which is and will most likely be the final Gundam vs game to ever be on PlayStation, a sequel would later on finally be revealed succeeding Maxi Boost as well as Gundam vs in general, titled Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs 2, which launched in the arcades around October 30th, 2018. The game had around 195 mobile suits, although for clone variants like Luna Maria Impulse and Haman Ace Guy would be removed and later on reworked with new movesets to be added in Gundam Xboost, or Cross Boost as you will, but I would still just call it Xboost, whichever. New mobile suits like the Tri-Burning, Star-Winning, and Lightning Gundam and many more have been added on to the roster, and 3 new stages have been added in as well. Many mobile suits that you're familiar with from the previous Versus games have also been updated with new movesets and features. Extreme Versus 2 also gave us 2 new bursts called Linkage and Mobility, and arcade mode has been upgraded to Triad Battle. Triad Battle is where you tackle a challenge of 3 routes consisting of 9 battles. Now there's obviously the online, which are only in the arcade since due to the fact that the Extreme Versus 2 titles will never hit console. So yes, if you want to play the game online or in general, you'll have to hop your ass over to Japan to play, or there could be other areas outside Japan that have the game in their arcades. It doesn't have to be in Japan only, mind you. Or you can just stay on Maxi Boost and keep whining for an Extreme vs 2 title forever. Play others online and even co-op in Triad Battle, and pop in your card which contains your battle record, rank, as well as favorite navigator and battle navigator, which we are going to talk about when we get to Cross Boost. Later on, we got a 10th anniversary, which would later on grant us the release of the updated version of Extreme vs 2 titled Mobile Suit Gundam Extreme vs 2 Cross Boost, Xboost, or whichever you want to call it. Like I said, I still prefer to call it Xboost, which also received updates where the game would have a total of 222 mobile suits. Now, for those who don't know how Gundam Versus works, let's explain how the battle system of Gundam Extreme Versus goes. Battles are set 2v2, where you and your teammates share a battle gauge of 6,000, and depending on the suit you choose will determine how much of the gauge is used up after being taken out. Mobile suits have a cost of 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, 3,000. So if I take out a 3,000 cost suit like the Strike Freedom for example, then half the battle gauge is used up. And the one thing I always say as a basic Gundam Versus player is don't bring a 3,000 cost suit unless you have the best experience with it. So in other words, bring a 1,000 to 2,500 cost suit to be on the easy side, because your partner or human partner could lose because of your inexperience on how to properly use a 3,000 cost suit. Now for controls, I won't be explaining the arcade controls since I'm a controller type of guy. Starting with the main weapon, square for shooting, triangle for melee, circle for locking onto your opponents as well as locking onto different opponents, X for boost as well as hovering around upon boosting by double tapping X. To guard is to tap up and down, but with infinite boost popping into the arcade, players can now change the guard to any button they want. For special melee, R2 or triangle and X. Sub weapon R1 or square and triangle. To go into flight mode, boost step while holding the jump button. However, only certain mobile suits like the Zeta can do that. L1 is to communicate to your AI partner. To go burst mode when left gauge is 50 or 100%, push R3 or press square, triangle, and X. And when in burst mode, you can press it again to launch an ult. Now when going burst mode, you will hear special quotes from them depending on who they are locked on while going burst, kinda like the Rengo vs Zaf series. One of the new features in Gundam Xboost is the Project N Extreme, which gives a little story revolving around 6 original characters as well as 4 new playable N Extreme Gundams. Now for my favorite features in Gundam Versus in general are the navigators / battle navigators. I've been using the navigator since full boost, and if you have any favorite Gundam waifus, well, the Navi list has a new set of navis, starting with Milena Marlin Fitz and Kano Clan's the original female characters from Project N Extreme. Now for other characters from other Gundam series, and I will be mentioning other navis from Extreme Versus 2 as well, Orga, Fumina, Ayla, Ayame, and I would say Fall is a returning Navi from Gundam Extreme Versus, although there are some old Navis I wish that would return. Another thing that I love about the battle navis are the battle advice, like telling us to be careful how we use our burst and boost gauge, or if our unit have overheated, but also for our navis as we choose the next route through Triad Battle. For those who don't know what navis are, they are Gundam characters who guide us through arcade, through battle, anywhere as long as we have them set and our battle navi gives us support / commentary mid-battle. Pretty much everything I've said is what both Navis do, but also when winning a match, they will tell you how you did, and depending on your performance, they will be either nice or a little rude, but don't beat yourself up about it. It just means you can improve on where you failed at. And let's be honest, some characters aren't really meant to be Navis, but that's the cute part about it. Another detail is what we see in every Gundam Versus game, and that's the victory and defeat scenes. Like the win poses for each mobile suit will show just like they were in the anime, and the losing scenes will show every mobile suit being destroyed, just like how the characters died in the anime, like Nico with the Blitz and how Kira never meant to kill him with the Strike Sword, just lodge into it, and even many more deaths. My favorite ones are the Sea Druggies. All in all, the Gundam Extreme Versus series in general is practically one of my favorite Gundam games because not only does it have the best details, but also the fact that it has something that a lot of lackluster cash grab arena fighter anime games don't have, and that's having so much effort put into their games over the years of so many releases with new improvements and features and many more. I mean, when you play Gundam Versus, it's like you're a real-time pilot in your favorite Gundam anime together with your teammate, just facing off against an evil force like the Titans, and you and your ally have to watch each other's backs. Like the game takes so much skill to move like a new type or a coordinator or even an innovator, but it's no surprise because the game is home to the most popular mecha franchise out there. I mean, seriously, Gundam is so popular that around May this year, it surpassed Naruto, One Piece, and even Dragon Ball with a record sales increase to 153.5 billion yen. Gundam has been kicking ass this year and for many years, and I'm proud to be a fan of such a beautifully written franchise for practically every Gundam series that exists. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. Will you be heading to Japan to give Extreme Versus 2 or Xboost a try? Well, you won't get to because both games were discontinued from the arcade years ago. Instead, you can head over to Japan and give Overboost a try, as that is the most recent Gundam game playing in the arcades, while Infinite Boost is on its way soon. This is your boy Bankai X2, and to many Gundam fans, I bid a Godspeed to you all.